Are you ready? Can you sit still for 5 minutes? Okay, good boy. Mwah. Mama loves you. Mwah. Hey everybody, it's Robin from Talks from the Heart. Well, word of the year, take 2. I filmed and it was probably a blessing that the video, I actually didn't press record good enough because it was a hot mess with Charlie grabbing things on the floor. So I've cleared the floor, I think. Yep. I thought he just grabbed something. All right, so let's talk about my word of the year choice. It is in the morning and he's gone to the bathroom, so I feel free to not have my eyes on him 24/7. I appreciate you guys also letting me chat and share my life with you because having a puppy is a lot of work, you guys. So it was early in the morning where it was dark, and now it's the sun has come up and we're ready to go for the day. So I want to tell you that I got my word of the year from Letter Lane on Etsy yesterday, and I'm really excited to share. So the first, I ordered 2 blocks this year. The first one that I ordered was Contentment. I have not decided whether or not I'm going to do a no spend in 2025. I kind of feel like planner people, and me included, we're already in the next year, and I still have like a month and a half left to decide what I want to do and how I want to do it. I don't necessarily feel like I have to do a no spend, but I also feel like I have everything that I enjoy right now, and I'm at a very contented, is that a word? I'm at a very good level of what I own. I'm not a minimalist by any means, and I really don't want to put it out there. I'm in my pajamas with no makeup, by the way. I don't want to put it out there that I'm doing a no spend and then change my mind or buy something and then everybody's like, "Roar, thought you were on a no spend." I hate that, you guys. That's just, I kind of want to say when people do that, and I mean, and I'm talking about my real life, you guys. I'm talking about like Mary, you know, if I say, "Oh, I'm going on a diet," and then I'm eating a Snickers bar and she's like, "I thought you were on a diet." I'm like, okay, I just want to say, shut up. So I haven't decided what the boundaries are for me. I am leaning more towards contentment with the covers. I have a nice level of covers. I like to have a brown and a black, and I like to have also a pink. And I don't really have those. So again, I don't know. So I want to practice this word in all areas of my life. Okay. Just for instance, just being content with what's in my refrigerator and not seeing a food commercial and then going, "Ooh, I want that." Or seeing a post and like, "Ooh, I want that." Because I've found that I'm overbuying my groceries, and a lot of times they get wasted because I just can't eat stuff fast enough. And so I want to like start to kind of shop a little bit slower with groceries. I don't really have an issue with clothes, like buying too many clothes or anything like that. So again, I want to be content. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but that's the word that dropped in me. Now, when I choose a word for the year, I don't brainstorm. I don't diagram anything. I just pray about it, and eventually it just drops. And when it drops in me, then I'm like, I'm good with that. It just sits well with me. So this word is what I chose for my main word for 2025. And I know that explanation wasn't very eloquent, and I think it's because I don't really fully understand what I want to learn from that word, or maybe what I feel like God has for me for that word for 2025. So I'm just being patient. I'm just being patient with it. But the word, I'm good with what I chose. Now, the other thing that I'm learning, so I ordered a second plaque, and the other thing that I had made was this: don't care. I'm going to be really blunt and tell you that I'm in the middle of going through learning how not to borrow trouble from other people's situations and then having it steal my joy for the day. I literally start saying in my head, I don't care. And at first I thought, gosh, you're so unfeeling. You know, you're so like, how could you be like that? It is the most freeing, joyful thing that I've experienced in my growth as a human being is to say to myself, I don't care. I straight up used to just borrow trauma. Well, not trauma. You can't borrow that. That's dumb. I used to borrow drama and be judgy and be all up in my mind. Not necessarily, I wouldn't go to people and like, oh, you know, we have to talk because I feel like you're making some poor choices. I didn't do that. But I would absolutely let that stuff swirl in my head to the point where it was robbing me of my everyday peace. And now I'm just like, if it's not my business and you haven't asked for my opinion, I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. If I make the right choice for me and it sits good with me, and I've solicited wise wisdom about the situation, then you know what? Sounds good to me. It sounds really silly, but when I cut my hair and I cut 9 inches off, that used to be a decision that would take me weeks to decide if I should do it. It's hair, it grows back. I guess I just don't take things as seriously as I used to, because a lot of times things that I was getting my panties in a bundle over weren't permanent decisions, and it wasn't a big deal. And I probably exhausted many people in my life. But honestly, when I cut my hair, I just decided, I called my stylist, Dawn, and I said, can you fit me in, you know, make an appointment for me. I'm going to cut my hair. And she's like, okay, do you know what you want? I said, yep. And she always has carte blanche on telling me no, because one time I had bangs and a really short bob and I looked like Betty Boop, and it was not okay. And she did it against her better judgment. So now we have an agreement that if I make a decision that she's like, dude, your hair isn't going to do that, she's honest with me. But the point to that is I went to work and I worked with my son, and he walked up and he's like, Ma. And I'm like, yep, cut my hair. And I mean, this attitude has made me so independent also, and so freed from just the bondage of worrying about what other people think and worrying about if my decision is like the world's going to end if I make a wrong decision. I also don't care. Like, look at me. I'm on my YouTube channel right now. No makeup, in my pajamas. In the day, no way would that have been okay with me. And now I'm like, you know what? Makeup doesn't change the quality of person I am. So I don't care. I mean, this probably should have been my main word. Another quick story was just last night, and this just came to me. I got a hankering for Village Inn and their club sandwich, triple deck club sandwich. It's so delicious. And I have never been, I'm 59 years old, and I have never been to a restaurant, fast food or sit down, by myself and sat and ate a meal. I know, you're like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I didn't have a solid reason. I think maybe because I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't want to stand out. I don't know why. And I thought to myself yesterday, I thought, I've got a hankering for that, and I'm sick of waiting for other people to have time to go out to eat with me so that I can eat what I want. And so I decided yesterday, and my throat closed up, you guys. I was so nervous and so anxious about the whole thing. And I thought to myself, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. I'm all grown up now. And I did it, and it was great, and it was delicious. And I read a book on my Kindle, and I had a very solid, nice, peaceful time, and it was great. And I told my son what I was going to do. He says goodbye to me when he leaves for the day, because he leaves earlier than I do. And he's like, Mom, I go, have you ever done that? And he's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's the best thing ever. I said, seriously? I mean, even my children, who I didn't teach them that this was okay or a great thing to do, they found their way to do it. And I thought, I've been wasting half my life worried about what other people think, worried about if a good decision for me, how that's going to affect somebody else when it's silly stuff. It's not even like a big deal stuff. It's just silly, minute stuff. So don't care. So these are my 2 words: contentment, don't care. And yay, I feel like we're doing phonics here, like Sesame Street. So I hope that you have fun finding. I hope that okay, let me say this. If you haven't chosen a word for the year, it's really fun. And I like to see how it kind of unfolds, because like this year, my word was capable. And I can't tell you how it has manifested in my life. Like, I'm capable of going to a restaurant by myself and enjoying a meal. It's okay. It's a thing. And I'm capable of making my own decisions, of getting a puppy. I'm capable of saying, okay, this needs to be fixed. Let's find a handyman. I mean, there are so many blessings that happened this year based on the fact that I stepped out and started to behave like that was Charlie, like I was capable. So I hope that if you haven't picked a word, that this has helped you to decide. I'm picking a word because I really have fun doing this. So, all right. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I can see it recorded, and always enjoy today. Bye, everybody.